announce yourselves. You still don't see it?
There we go.
Aha, here we go.
There we go.
Press it. Wait, what's this?
Right, hang on. Okay, sorry everyone, we were a bit late there. We were having some technical difficulties. Right, there we are. People say hello. Hello from Tilly and Paisley. Hi, Kat. I really like when I always see the hellos because then I know that it's actually working. Because a lot of the time I don't really trust that it is working. But it is. Hello, Emma Brown. Hi from Sam and Bristol. Hi from Luke and Buddy. Hi, can you please say hi to Jessica from Erskine, who you met at the farmer's market with her carrot cake? Oh, hi. Hi, Jessica. I love that you brought it to show me. And then I think you were giving it to your granny. Hi from Esme and Inverkip. Hello from Manchester. Hi from Clydebank. Hello from Ailey and Jonathan Yoker. Hello from Lorna and Harry in Glasgow. Right, we're on 5 past, so should we get started?
Yeah!
Yeah! What are we making today?
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. We're making chocolate cake because it's Brody, who's my 4-year-old, so Tate's little brother's birthday on Sunday, and we decided chocolate cake would be a good option for his birthday cake. And we also
tried to decide which type you should use. Should you use your chocolate Guinness cake or what was the other?
Or Granny's cake.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so we do chocolate Guinness cake at Three Sisters Bake, which is my favourite chocolate cake, but it is quite rich, and we decided that actually wasn't really kind of heavy. Have you tried our chocolate Guinness cake? No, so you don't know. But we decided we would go slightly more kid friendly with this one. So this is one that our mum, Tate's granny, used to make when we were wee, and we loved it. Although, confession, I had never made it until this week. So there we go. So it was good. We also, as well as it being Brody's birthday, we also had somebody contact us and say that it was also her little boy's birthday, I think today, and that he said all he wanted for his birthday was a chocolate cake. So we're so glad that we're making him happy. Right, Tate, drawing around the tin. So we've got a 9-inch circle tin, which is the same size tin as we used last week. We decided...
And week before? Yes.
What did we make the week before? No, because we did brownies and we did... Oh, because we did lemon drizzle, sorry. You're totally right. You are right. Nice, look, you're getting better. A perfect circle. You're getting really good at this.
Scissors. Aha.
So we decided to stick with the 9-inch tin because we thought in case anyone had bought that, especially for either of our last couple of bakes, that we would go with that. So we altered the recipe, kind of original recipe a little bit. So when we come to do my practice one, you'll see that one of my practice ones is a bit flat because when I was altering the recipe I didn't go big enough, but I can explain that at the time. So Tate's drawn a circle round his tin and he's just cutting it out, and I will grease the tin. So I will get a wee silicone brush. Where is the silicone brush? Can I jump in here?
One sec.
There we go. There we go. Okay. And if you get some melted butter, which I have got a little bit of melted butter over here because I put my butter on the radiator to warm it up because I made a point of saying in my recipe it has to be soft butter and you should leave it out the night before. I forgot to do that. So my butter was hard, so I put it on the radiator. Forgot about it again.
Where does it go?
And then it melted everywhere. So I've got... Hang on, let me get this butter.
Okay. Does it fit? It's a bit too big.
So I have a plate full of melted butter here, but if you haven't done a silly thing like I did, if you just stick some butter in the microwave for 10 or 20 seconds. Ready, you go, do you want to grease it?
Yep.
And then round the sides, up, sort of halfway up. Don't worry too much about the bottom because you're going to put that one, so that's just to stick it. So just a little bit in the bottom, that's fine. And then doing the sides. Side. Yep, perfect. Just keep going like that all the way around. Excellent. And in the meantime, we will preheat our oven to 160 degrees fan. 160 degree fan. So that's our oven on, 160 degrees fan. I just realised I left the recipe over there, so I'm going to get that. Take, you hold the fort.
You keep saying don't understand.
Hold the fort means like look after things. That is very thorough and good greasing. Well done. Right, that's plenty. Why spicy? I'll put our plate of melted butter to the
You
side.
said you need a lot.
Well, I said you have to be up to 10.
And I did the whole.
That's fine. Right, you stick your circle in the water. 160 degrees fan oven, that's the temperature. Somebody was just asking what the temperature was. That's right. Remember we said if you put the pencil mark down. So if you still see any pencil marks, you put it side down, because then it means that the pencil won't touch your cake. Okay?
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Well, I'm just doing that because it's a bit greasy when you had it upside down. Okay, and what we are doing this week, so if you read the recipe method on our website, you will notice that I said, that the recipe said, to cream together butter and sugar and then add eggs gradually and do it that way. But I decided midweek, because I was making a practice cake, or I was making a cake so that I had one to decorate, and I decided that I would try it as an all-in-one method, because I prefer using all-in-one methods, because I do find that they are so much easier and I don't find the quality is any different. So I decided we do it as an all-in-one method. It worked completely fine in my practice, so that's what we're going to do. So just if you're worried, if you're wondering why I said that. So all-in-one method, so that means we're just going to put all the ingredients into the bowl at the same time. So,
Like the idea.
That you like the idea. Right, so let's put this to the side for a reset.
Last.
Scales in front of you.
Okay.
And we're going to add all of these things into our bowl, one by one.
Okay, so make it.
So we'll measure them into here one at a time.
205 grams of caster sugar.
225. So
225.
first thing we've got is 225 grams of caster sugar.
And
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the sugar. So turn your scales on.
Yeah.
What temperature is the oven going to be? It's 160, and how long you're going to put it in for? I don't know what happened to that spoon. You're going to put it on in for 35 minutes, and then check it, and then if it's not ready, another 5 to 10 minutes. So it could be about 45 minutes in total.
Can I get a bigger spoon?
Laura Ferguson says, please remind Ruthie and Alice to do the dishes afterwards. Good thinking. We always have to remember, especially now that Tate's just throwing sugar everywhere. That's why don't I pick this up and help me pour it in. So we're doing 225 grams of castor sugar.
225!
Bingo! Okay, so hang on, let me just sweep a little bit of this back in. My work's always clean, I promise. And it's only for our consumption anyway. So there we go. Okay? Right, that's fine.
There's still more.
That's okay.
We need it now.
So 225 grams of caster sugar. Now 225 grams of soft butter. So if you heard my confession a few minutes ago, you will know that I didn't leave my butter out overnight and then I melted some of it on the radiator. It has now been sitting out for a couple of hours, so actually it feels pretty okay. I said in one of our make-alongs a couple of weeks ago, I think it was the lemon drizzle one, that if you ever need to use soft butter and you forgot to take it out the fridge, a good way to soften it up is to use the microwave, but use the defrost setting. So if you put it on high power, it will just melt. But if you use defrost and do it just bit by bit, it will just soften it gently. So if anyone has forgotten to do that, if you weigh out your butter, chop it up into little cubes, put it into the microwave and do it on defrost and give it a little blast. Okay, so let's pour the sugar into the mixing bowl. So you should have a big mixing bowl or if you're using a freestanding mixer, the bowl of that.
Wait,
So we're just going to use a hand mixer today, so we're just going to pour all the ingredients into here. So that was 225 grams of cashew sugar. Now we are going to weigh 225 grams of butter. So this little bit here is some of the one that we salvaged from the melted stuff. So let me just plop that in. So are we at 0?
We're at 0. Yes, we are.
Okay. So what's that taking us to?
76.
76. Okay. So
85.
I'm just chopping it into little pieces while I cut it.
Now, wait, how much do we need? Do we need more than 200?
We need 225 grams.
Okay, we need more than 200, so I don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about watching the numbers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
No, we're at 100. 118. Don't know.
So where are we at now? We're 40. Right, do we have any questions? Hi from Flora and Fraser and Blaine. We love the carrot cake. Excellent. Hi from Zara, age 7 in Bears Den. Where are we at now?
68. 65.
Somebody else asked about oven 160 fan. Selena Strathy says, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Hi from Freya and Grace. Sorry, that was Selena Strathy. And then somebody just said, we baked the carrot cake for my Nana's 83rd birthday from Aaron and Vera in Bearsden. Oh, that's so nice.
We're at
I hope she likes it.
765. Oh, it's 100, not 7.
185.
85. 198.
Has everyone had a good week? Everyone had a good homeschool? Well, actually not really too much of a homeschooling week. Everyone was on holiday, which was nice. It was nice not having to do homeschool for a few days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did everyone enjoy the snow?
Yeah, we went sledging.
How many times did you go sledging?
4 days in a row.
4 days. 4 days in a row?
We went sledging on Sunday, remember?
Oh no, you went sledging on Saturday with Daddy.
Oh,
Well,
so 4 days in a row.
4 days, yeah.
215.
15.
28.
25. Okay, 225 grams of butter.
Now we chuck it in.
We put that in with sugar. I know what we're doing. Right. Put this in here. And then next on our list, we have got 340 grams of self-raising flour. So Tate, if you self-raising flour, and I'll pour. Where's your spoon?
Where's my spoon?
Your sugar. Here you go.
Here we go.
Right, so 340 grams of self-raising
Okay,
flour.
I really don't have to worry about the numbers for now. Just for now.
Whoop. Okay, more. So it's self-raising flour we've got here.
205.
Whoop.
Ooh.
Right, oh, yeah. 3, 4, 5. So take a tiny bit out.
Okay.
Bit more back. No. So you've gone down to 330.
Then what are we
3,
meant?
5.
Wait, what are we meant to do?
340. There we go. 340. 340
Oh,
grams.
344. What is that?
45. I know. I was being pernickety.
Pernecty?
Do you know what pernicety means?
No, you're confusing me. Every word you say, I don't know.
Someone said I pulled a muscle sledging. Oh dear. How much flour? 340 grams of flour. Right, Tate, let's pour that in there. Okay, good, right. And now cocoa powder. So you can either use cocoa powder or you can use hot chocolate powder or you can use a mix.
Or a cake.
Cocoa powder will give you a slightly richer cake, whereas hot chocolate will give you a slightly sweeter cake. We've got
cocoa goes poof.
Susan McKinnon. No, it was not 240. It was 340. Susan's not listening, is she?
No. Why are you making fun of someone you know? That's quite strange.
That's strange.
I don't know.
Right, 60 grams of cocoa powder.
It's going to be worse.
That I'm making fun of someone I know.
Mm.
I'm not really making fun of her. I was just joking. What we're doing 60 grams.
60.
I'm doing the cocoa myself because cocoa powder is so fluffy.
That it always goes poof.
So I'm
We
just
talked
going to do
about
this.
this at the brownie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did talk about it at the brownie. Right, 60. Okay, so 60 grams of cocoa. And that's going in quite careful. Is it okay to use dark chocolate cocoa powder? Yes, it will just give you a slightly darker cake. Hi from Sophie and West Kilbride. Hi from Sky in Glasgow. Hi from Neve and Lindsay. Okay. Right, now we've put in, so now we're going to go in with our eggs. So let's break our eggs into this bowl so that if we get any shell it's easy to pick out and they're not in the big bowl. Hi here from Zoe, age 10. This is my 4th bake along. Oh, really enjoyed them. Never really baked before now. Oh, that's amazing. Well done, Zoe. Right, 6 eggs. So why don't you put your eggs? Because then you're going to get them all eggy. So let's put them back and then take one at a time. And I'll count. We don't need to weigh them. So you start breaking them. Good. Is it okay if you have melted your butter? You don't want to have melted butter for your actual cake. So we're going to use melted butter for the icing. So you can maybe save it and use it for that, but you want like room temperature soft butter, not melted for the actual cake. Did you sieve the flour? Do you know, I actually didn't sieve the flour. I should have. I just forgot. So do sieve the flour. If you have large eggs, do you use 5 or 6? I would use 6 because we tend to bake with large eggs at the cafe, so these are large eggs, so I would go 6. Hi, I'm Finley and Tyre. This is my first live bake along. Oh, welcome. I have not done the others. Oh, I have done the others, but not live. Oh, nice.
Are you counting? Because I'm just dropping eggs in.
Hang on, we'll count the shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One more.
Okay, one more. There we go. You're getting really good at breaking eggs, aren't you? I don't think you get any shell left today. So let's get a little whisk or a fork.
I just need to get cloth.
Wash your hands.
Wash my hands.
Hi from Megan and Bear's Den. Do we put the eggs straight into the mixing bowl? Yeah, give them a little beat and then put them in the mixing bowl. Is it 6 large eggs? Yes, although if you only have medium, that should be okay. Right, you give them a little beat.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Detail is not on the floor. Good. Yeah. Okay. Hi to Connell, Louisa and Kayla in Manchester. Hi from Willow. Okay, that's good. Right, so let's put the eggs in here. Here we go. Right.
Okay.
Enough whisking. Good. Thank you. We'll put that on the plate. Okay, and then pour them in. Whoa! Pour them in there. Right, let's. Good thing about eggs is you can kind of salvage them because they sort of stick together. So we'll salvage that. That's probably bit 1, but we'll just put it in.
Okay.
No. Oh, I'm just gonna wipe it off the worktop. Sure, Mummy wipes her worktops all the time. I do. I've got a bit of obsession. So our worktops are very clean. Right. Is this just gonna make a horrible mess too?
I know we did.
Is it gonna go horribly wrong? We're gonna end up with eggs in our drawers.
Probably.
Right.
I think so. Oh. Yeah.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna go in. There we go.
We had a few disasters.
Alright.
We had a few disasters last week about the cream cheese, remember?
I know, but I think I'm just getting more used to rolling with punches. So it's fine. We're not gonna be stressed today. Okay, so we put our eggs into our mixing bowl.
Oh, you were quite stressed last week.
Caused by the chitter chatter. Okay, So what's next? The only two things left to put in are golden syrup and vanilla, either essence or vanilla extract. So golden syrup first. I've got, it's 2 tablespoons. I have got 2 tablespoons in here. A good tip, because golden syrup is so sticky, a good tip for working with it is, so I'm going to heat mine up because it's in this little box. So I'm going to heat it up because it will pour in easier. But if you're taking it straight out of a tin, or if you've got a squeezy bottle and you're squeezing it into a tablespoon measure, if you heat your tablespoon measure up, so if you get some boiling water from your kettle, ask your mum or dad or whoever's looking after you to do that, and then pour the boiling water over it, or put some boiling water in a cup, dip your, if you've got a metal one probably works the best. A plastic one probably still heating up would help a bit. If you do have a metal one, this kind of thing, so dip it in some boiling water, put it into your tin, and then it will come off much easier, because golden syrup will stick inside your spoon really badly. The other thing you can do is put a little bit of oil in it, and that sometimes helps just like get off. Not too much, because you don't want your cake to taste like oil, but just a wee tiny bit. But because I've already got mine measured out, I'm just going to put it in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it'll just help me pour it into there. Okay. And then vanilla, either essence or extract. I have got.
I think you've got vanilla extra, haven't you?
We've got vanilla extract, yes. So my golden syrup is now a lot more runny. So you pour that in there. You just hold it so it all drips out. Like that, that's it. So vanilla extract. My recipe has got a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Dawn Murray says, lots of chitter chatter here too. Struggling to hear your instructions.
Every last drop?
Yeah, let me get my spatula. So vanilla, my recipe says vanilla essence, and if you've got vanilla essence, use a teaspoon of that. If you've got vanilla extract, it's stronger, so I would put in about half. So I put in half a teaspoon of extract.
Okay.
So 1 teaspoon of essence, half a teaspoon of extract. Right, so we need to get these teaspoons, teaspoon measures.
Why did you put them away?
I forgot we need them. Oh, so half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. I'll run back over everything that's in the bowl in a wee sec once we've done this. Does it start? How much syrup? 2 tablespoons of syrup. Hi, Caleb and Ethan are very excited. Excellent. Hi from Brian. Becoming a pro at cracking eggs after this. Good. Abby 4 in Paisley. Claire Rodway. Hello, Florence. I can't get it open either. There we go.
There we go.
Right, so half a teaspoon. Right, so do you want to hold or do you want to pour?
I'll pour.
You hold. So hold over there, over the bowl. That's it. I'll pour it in.
This is important.
Okay, and then you pour it in. Pour it.
Every last drop?
Yeah. Thank you. Right. So, I will do a wee recap of what's in here. So, this is all of our ingredients for our cake, all in the one bowl. We've got 225 grams of caster sugar, 225 grams of soft butter, 6 eggs, 340 grams of self-raising flour, 60 grams of cocoa powder or hot chocolate powder, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence or half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so what we're going to do now? What we're going to do with this lovely bowl of mush?
Beat it.
Beat it. Okay, so we're just going to use a hand mixer today. So either if you've got a freestanding mixer, put it in there now and start to beat it. So start slowly, start on as slow speed as you can until it starts to mix, and then increase your speed. I'm going to do the very first bit because it's going to be a bit messy, and then I'll hand over to you, okay?
Okay. What is my cake?
That's Brody's cake.
I'm making it. Where's Brody's cake?
Yeah.
Wait, then what's going to happen to the other 2?
The other sheet with the ones I've got up there.
Wait, you've got both of them up there?
Yeah. All my experimental cakes. But I've just, because my hand mixer doesn't really have a very good slow speed, I was just giving it a little bit of a kind of manual mix here to... Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh, that smells good.
It's so nice, isn't it? Doing the puffy thing.
Yeah, isn't it? We need...
What do we need?
I don't know. Is it sticky?
Right, you want to take over?
Yeah.
You hold on carefully.
I have...
And you got it? Okay.
Got it.
You keep the beaters in the bowl. So you're probably going to beat this for about between 2 and 4 minutes. Hi from Lucas and Nana in Barassi. Hello from Harry in Glasgow. Hi to Amelia and Granny baking with Becca. Hi from Sky and Kyle. Hi from Flora and Fraser. The carrot cake, the cake last week was amazing. Good.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like carrot.
You didn't like the carrot cake?
No.
You like the cake but not the icing, is that right?
Both were not very good. The icing I wouldn't have.
We chopped our, because I had 2 carrot cakes, because we had our demo one and our actual carrot cake, I didn't ice my second one, and I cut it into squares and put it in the freezer so that the cake could take whenever school's finally back. Take
Hopefully
it
next week.
till, yeah, take it as a snack. Although now he tells me he doesn't like it. But then when it's compared with eating an oat cake, is it quite good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will actually a wee bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might be able to see here, your mix will be getting lighter and fluffier in appearance.
You said you're not supposed to do that.
Well, I did it in a controlled fashion. What do we always do now? Because we're not finished mixing. What do we always do in the middle of it?
Scrape.
Scraping. Not scraping. So, scrape down the sides, underneath.
So you do it down the sides for about half the bowl. Then you go underneath.
Lovely
And you go
scraping
down,
action.
Down.
Hi from Pippa and Teddy and Lindsay. We can't wait to eat this from Trish Robertson. Hi from Charlotte and Charlotte. Hi from Amy and Zoe in Glasgow. Amy and Zoe in Glasgow. Great.
Scratch it and put it in the back.
Yeah. Hi from Oliver, Noah and Ezra. Is it meant to be water? Not sure what that question means. When do we add the milk? The milk is for the icing, so that's later. Is it meant to be thick? Yes, it is quite thick. It's quite a thick mixture. Is it quite a thick mixture? Right, will I do a quick drape for a minute?
Yep.
You got chocolate on you?
Mm-hmm.
This is why you should wear an apron.
I know.
Why you should wear one of my collection of aprons.
You have a lot.
I have a lot of aprons. Okay, right. So you might be able to see that it's sort of gone quite light in colour, it's quite thick, and it's glossy.
Is that good?
That's good, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Okay, we'll give it maybe another 30 seconds, a minute of mixing.
I would eat.
Okay, ready? Go.
Whoa! What is, can you, someone hold a ball?
Okay. What are we doing on that bit? Okay, and stop. Okay, right, so that's it all nice and mixed now. So we'll just give the beaters a little scrape. And we're going to pour it into our tin. We're going to, the oven is preheated to 160 degrees fan. And we're going to bake it for 35 minutes. It probably will not be done after 35, but we'll check it, just make sure it's fine. So quite often you'll hear me say, like, check it after a certain amount of time. With cakes, like this and with sponge cakes and that kind of thing, don't check it initially. So you don't want to open the oven door maybe when it's only been in for like 15-20 minutes, because it might make the cake fall down, like sort of not rise.
Scraping on the bowl. I want to scrape.
Yeah. So important not to open the oven too soon, but once it's been cooking for about 35 minutes, even if it's not quite ready, it should be okay and you won't do it any harm if you check. Lovely.
Scrape, scrape, scrape.
Ours is a dark as yours. We use hot chocolate. Yes, that will be why, because hot chocolate is a lot lighter than cocoa. But it'll still taste lovely. Ours looks amazing. Good. Hi to Mrs. Hercules and Miss Evans. Hi from Saul and thanks. Oven is 160. We use 6 medium eggs, but the mix seems really thick. Okay, maybe throw in another egg. So if you break it into a separate bowl, give it a little mix with a fork, and then pour it in and just give it another beat. If it does seem really thick, then you can do that. The other thing you can always do is add like a little bit of milk, but you want to be careful with that, so just like a wee splash. But an extra egg is a good idea if it seems really thick. But ours is quite thick.
Yeah, quite thick.
Hello from Claire and Olivia, and Catherine in sunny Paisley. Can you wish my little brother Kyle a happy birthday? Oh, and that's from Craig Osborne. Happy birthday. We are eating it already. I can imagine that might. Oh,
What?
I think you can lick it off your elbow.
I can.
Thank you for doing this. That's from Finley, age 6. Right, let's pour it in turn.
I told you I can do it.
Right, well I'll pour it in, shall I? Okay, there we go. Already pouring it in? Yeah. This is why I like the all-in-one method. It's nice and simple.
It's really hard. You asked me if I could do it.
A boy in his desperate attempts to eat chocolate cake. You managed to get chocolate all up the spatula. Right, so we're pouring it into our tin. We're going to put it in the oven, which was preset to 160 degrees fan. Right. I think I've managed to scrape as much as we can get out of here. Okay, and then if you just smooth your top off of the cake off a little bit, so just use your spatula and run it back. Oh, you want to? I thought you were just going in for more mix. Hello from Emily, can't wait to lick the spoon. Yep, we've got a friend in spoon licking here. 9-inch tin, just one tin. Yes, somebody was maybe asking about tins. So we've.
What did I do?
Up the sides. Ideally, you don't want to get. See the way you've got cake mix bit up the side there? Ideally, you don't want to do that because then that bit will go all sort of dry and crispy. So we'll try and just push it back down a little bit. So you just spread out a little bit because it will. It doesn't need to be. You don't need to be too worried about spreading out completely because it will when it starts to heat in the oven. And don't ever scrape your do what I'm doing. Scrape your spatula against the side of the tin. Do it against the bowl, and then use your finger to put that last little blob in. Blob. Right. No. So let's put this in the oven. Okay. Set a timer this week because we forgot last week, didn't we? I say we. It's not really very fair to blame you, is it? Okay, so it's 160 degrees fan, and I've just put it in for 35 minutes, and we'll check it after 35 minutes. Okay, so next we will make the icing. You guys can you can make the icing now and keep it and put it onto your cake later, or you could make it later. It's totally up to you. So we put all the mix into one tin.
Can I get your cake so we could ice it?
I will get them in a little second. So we did it in one tin. If you want to split the cake, if you want to like run a knife through the middle of it, and if you want so that you can have icing through the middle, you can do that. Or you can just have your icing on top, whatever.
Our cake's a bit too thin to do that.
Well, can I wipe you?
You didn't say yeah.
Can you wipe yourself? Okay.
Oh. Myself.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so our demo cake, let me just see if you've got any other questions about that.
Your demo cake.
Tate, Auntie Jelly can see you eating the mix. That's what Auntie Jelly says. No electric mixer here from Kirsten Muir. This is a harder workout than mucking out the staples from Maya. It would be quite hard. Someone said, is there 5 minutes? Yes, check it after 5 minutes. Okay, so icing, we'll make it now. And I'll put it on my cake that I made earlier because it's cool, but don't put it on your cake until it's nice and cool. Ah! Right.
And we're off.
Okay, sit down, please.
Okay.
Sit down.
Wee.
Good example of great health and safety and food hygiene there. Tate and his feet in the worktop. We sanitize that bit of the worktop later.
No, I started that all the time.
Right. See, while I'm unwrapping this, I'll get you weighing out the stuff. Hang on. While I'm unwrapping this, I'm going to get you to start weighing out the stuff for the icing. So, what do we need? We need a bowl.
Icing sugar!
Can I get one here?
Yep.
So this icing is made with hot butter and warm milk. So rather than a normal buttercream where you make it with room temperature butter, we make it with hot butter. So we're going to start with the butter.
Okay, let's start with butter.
I'm going to just get my plate of pre-melted butter that I melted by accident earlier, so that it doesn't go to waste. And we are doing 70 grams of butter. So you turn them on.
Okay. Turn here on.
That's it. Sweet. That's it. Okay. So it's kind of reset. Oh, there we are. 70.
It's actually,
Alright, yeah.
it's not 78 on the
70. And we're going to melt this.
This is heavy. Oh, minus 418.
Right, that's how heavy the bowl was.
No, it was, no.
And then we are going to heat up
No,
3 tablespoons of milk as well. So we'll get the milk out. What we're going to do, I started off melting that in the microwave. I'm going to add the milk into it and then put it back in the microwave so the whole thing is quite warm. Get my tablespoon measure back again. So 3 tablespoons of hot milk. Hello from Rebecca in Renfrew. A few people ask me how long the cake's in for. If you put it in for 35 minutes and then check on it. Right, 3 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2.
Wait, did you just go outside and get that? Where was that?
It was just in the fridge.
Oh, wait, what? In the fridge?
Yes.
It's better.
Our fridge is sort of broken.
What do you mean?
So our fridge at the moment is outside. So luckily we need to.
Most of the things outside are basically frozen.
I know, well that's the problem. It acts more like a freezer outside the fridge. The fridge is sort of working kind of okay enough that it'll keep the milk cold for now. Right, so that's 70 grams of butter and 3 tablespoons of hot milk. And then I'm going to weigh out and we're going to weigh out 225 grams of icing sugar. Someone says, Tate has plenty of tricks up his t-shirt. Wine again tonight, I thought.
What?
Clear your nose down you go. Right. Okay. Right down. Okay, so tear.
Tear.
Yep.
Back to 0. And how much do we need?
225 grams.
200. Can I get a spoon?
Yeah, so hold it up and...
No, you're the one who's holding. I'm not.
Okay.
Is that a bendy spoon? Where's the bendy spoon?
The bendy spoon's dirty now.
Oh, no.
225 grams of icing sugar.
You take care and think is 200, what's that, 60? Can't wait to put water in. Wait, we put water in this.
No, butter and milk.
Oh.
The things we just weed out.
140.
A bit more. Right,
Oh,
gentle, gentle, okay. You're 190, a bit more, a bit more. Okay, 20.
What?
Breathing in icing sugar. Right, 225.
Yeah.
And we're using 4 tablespoons of cocoa or hot chocolate powder again.
Should we get this?
What we're going to do, Tate, we're going to put, yes, nice and hot. We're going to put our cocoa into here.
Wait, what? That's the cocoa.
Cocoa's going in here,
Okay.
and it's all
Wait,
going there.
Are we making dark chocolate icing? Or is it going to be light? It's going to be dark or is it going to be light?
Do you mean like in taste or in
And like...
in colour?
Yeah, in colour. Is it going to be brown or what colour is it going to be?
Chocolate coloured.
Oh, wait, we're not putting food colouring in it?
No, because it's chocolate. And then I'm also putting half a teaspoon of vanilla extract in here. So again, 1 teaspoon if it's vanilla essence, half if it's extract. There we go. Right, and then we need 4. Oh, I'm going to, in fact, I'll get a different measuring spoon. My measuring spoon was wet, so I didn't want to put it into the cocoa. Sorry.
You're cold.
Hold hands. Okay, so 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
I'm going to do that. Why am I not doing it?
Let's do it.
Do with the icing.
Okay. Into here.
1.
That's it. Get 1.
4 tablespoons. Why don't
Someone's saying how much butter for the icing? 70 grams.
I don't know why.
2? Is that 2? Or was that 3?
That was 2.
That's 2.
That's 3.
Flat off.
That's... Can you do the flattening?
Alright, there you go. 3.
Oh, I just flattened.
1 more, so 4 tablespoons of cocoa. Or hot chocolate powder. Okay. 4. Okay. Thank you. Right, can you really carefully stir that?
Really?
Careful.
Because
Careful.
it will make go.
That's it.
Let it go.
Oof.
Yeah, there we go.
Ailsa and Lauren from Glasgow doing our 4th bake along. Amazing. Hello to Mrs. Dobby. We got to lick the bowl. Excellent. Hi from Lizzie, whose tooth has just fallen out while licking the bowl. Tate, maybe you should try that. Tate's got a tooth that is on its way out. He's wobbling it around with his tooth, out with his tongue. Maybe licking the bowl. I had to cut your apple up earlier, didn't you? Because you couldn't eat an apple.
Yeah.
Harris, who's 6, says this is the best tasting cake ever. Amazing. Hi Leslie, Amy and Zoe. How much cocoa powder in the icing?
4 tablespoons.
Well done, 4 tablespoons.
Is that it?
Okay. Right, so in here we've now got the cocoa powder, the butter and the milk. So we've got 70 grams of butter, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder,
Now we pop into
and
the
3
icing
tablespoons of milk. And the milk and the butter we put in the microwave. So
This
they
is
were...
going to be fascinating.
It is going to be quite fascinating, isn't it? Okay, you ready?
It's going to be fascinating.
So let's move this to the side.
I'm going to look at the bottom and see what it looks like.
Take what I'm going to get you to do,
That's
because
right.
I need to, we need to use the mixer again. I'm going to wash the mixing, the whisks, and you're going to stir carefully.
For what?
Stir this, because I'm going to pour this in here.
Okay.
So that's
It's going to be fascinating. Oh, that really is fascinating.
This isn't it? Okay.
Looks like I made a shape. Some sort of.
Right, so can you nice and carefully stir that? Just slowly and carefully. 4th bake along with you, but first time for Sophie. Sophie helping with the dishes. Good. You need to keep helping with the dishes, Sophie, otherwise you won't get to keep baking. Hello from Neil, Arthur and Alistair and Dimbeline. Do you save the recipes to your page? Yes, we do. So on our website, if you go to our website, there's a heading that just says bake along, and all of the recipes from the last 4 weeks are there.
That smells so good.
Right, I'm just going to clean the beaters. Does it look good to you?
It looks yummy. It looks yummy. Whoa, that is so cool. Fascinating. Quite goofy. Quite goofy.
Ready. Right. So you'll see it now looks
so yummy.
It now looks like
And then it looks like
sort of runny chocolate ganache.
ganache.
And then what we're going to do,
What I don't understand.
we're going to put the beaters in it just to give it a good mix. What do you understand the word ganache? Chocolate ganache is a type of runny chocolate icing.
Is it?
So buttercream is the sort of fluffy one, and ganache is a runny chocolate icing.
What one are we making?
We are making, it's more along the lines of a ganache.
Okay.
Okay?
You wiping the scales or wiping what?
I was just going to work up a little white because we're covered in chocolate here.
Looks like they are. Wait, it's not taking. No, I didn't.
Your cake, how long is your cake? 23 minutes left?
23 minutes left.
Okay.
3 minutes left. Well, I remember.
I'm getting covered in chocolate today. I actually had a white top on, and then I thought making chocolate cake wearing white is a really not sensible idea.
I remember one thing when we were making chocolate icing and it all dried in, we had to bash it up.
When was that?
I just remember it being dried in and then we had to bash it all up because the mixture was actually underneath it. On the top.
Okay, so we'll get our mixtures in here again.
Wait, we're making it.
Is the icing sugar in? Yes, so in here we've got 70 grams of melted butter, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 225 grams of icing sugar, 3 tablespoons of hot milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Sorry, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence or half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay.
Why do we have to beat it?
Just to make sure it's all really nice and smooth and light. Doesn't really need beaten for very long because your stirring is so good. Really nice. Okay.
Now I get
Now, what I would suggest is waiting a little bit before, well, you guys, if you were making your icing now, anyway, you'd have to wait for your cake to cool down. But if you do this later, I would maybe wait a little bit until your icing starts to firm up a wee bit. Not too much, because obviously they can't spread it. But if you give it maybe like 20 minutes or half an hour, it will probably just start to firm up a little bit more. And then there's less chance of it falling off the top or the sides. And then you'll get your cake. So here's my practice cake.
Wait, I thought you had. Oh!
Well, I have 2.
I have 2.
I do have 2. So we need to decide, Tate, what we're going to do. Are we going to...
Put one in the freezer for my snack.
I hadn't thought of that as an idea. My thoughts were either we just use one and just top it. Yeah, let's do that. We just use one and we'll put it on the top. Or we could have put it some between the 2 of us because we've got 2. So I was saying at the beginning of the...
Wait, I know. Can we do a double cake and then we'll do a double cake and put one of the cakes in the freezer? Like for Woody's birthday.
So as in use one of these cakes.
Look, so use my...
Well, we could use your cake.
I want to talk.
Okay.
Use these 2 cakes for Brody's birthday
we should use your cake for Brody's birthday.
Why?
Because I think that's really super nice that you made your little brother's birthday cake.
I want to speak. Okay. How about we get 2 cakes, mine, and one of those, and make a double cake.
Well, we could turn this into double cake, but then...
And then for Brody's birthday, and then put one of them in the freezer.
No, because I made these cakes. I made these cakes, was it yesterday? Or when? What day is today? Friday.
You made them.
I made them on Wednesday. So, Brody's birthday's not till Sunday, so we should use fresh cake for that. So sorry. What's cake logistics really heavy in this house this weekend. So, I'm going to just put my other experimental one to the side. So your cake will turn out, taller than this. The reason my cake is I was saying at the beginning that this was my mum's recipe and hers was in a smaller tin, but because I thought some of you guys might have got you maybe have bought a 9-inch tin for our previous couple of bakes, I thought we'd do it the same one, and I was doubling it, or I was scaling up the recipe and I didn't scale it quite far enough. So this one was slightly less of a mixture. So the recipe we just did will be taller, just in case you're worried that this looks a bit flat. So if you wanted to, you could take a knife through the middle of your cake. If you do want to do that, if you want to cut through the middle of the cake, the best thing, don't do what I've just done and put it in a plate that's got a dip. Put it on something that's totally flat, and then get a long knife and go round the side, cutting into it a bit, all the way round,
actually cutting that one.
and then go right through the middle.
Why can't we do that with one of them?
Okay, so cake, icing going on top. Tate, you ready?
I want to do it.
You want to do it? Well, I put it onto the top.
Wait, on this cake?
Yeah.
Wait, we're going to make another icing.
We're going to make another icing.
Oh.
It's just, we're complicated, we're confusing ourselves, we're going to confuse everyone talking about multiple cakes. So, pop your icing out in one big blob in the middle. This week's icing is actually easier than last week's because last week's we were using carrot cake. So hang on here.
What?
So what did I say last week about spreading out icing?
Oh yeah, always spread it one way.
One way.
Yeah.
You listen to me.
Wow.
And then remember I said don't push, hang on, listen. Don't push like all the way across in one go. Push it gradually. So just like, do you want me to turn? Yeah. So pushing gradually out to the edge. Chocolate icing is a little bit more forgiving because if you do get chocolate crumbs in it, you can't see them. Whereas when we were doing carrot cake, because it's a white icing and a dark cake, you see it really badly. So it's a little bit more. Oh, sorry. Okay. Right, we need. This is actually okay here. We need a bit more. Let me just. I'm just going to reappropriate a little bit of icing so that it's easier for you.
Can we do it? Wait.
Right, there you go.
Wait. Is this for?
This is just a practice one. This is not going to be Brody's birthday cake.
Okay, so why are we icing this one?
So that we can show that we're icing a cake. So that we're demonstrating it to people.
Why do we
are going to decorate ours as a Valentine's chocolate cake. Amazing! Yes, I didn't say that, but Brody, my wee one, his birthday is Valentine's Day. He was born on Valentine's Day, which when I was
I remember the first ever time I seen Brody.
Do you?
And a little cousin with a dummy back on hair. He was, and he was wearing a wee bracelet.
Oh, was he very cute?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi.
So yes, Brody being born on Valentine's Day was a much consternation to me because
Rosie and I were staying up late until
I came home and you got to see him.
Yeah, and we were all fucking going. Granddad put the music on and he was doing something funny. I can't remember.
You've got a good memory, given that you were
and we were all in our onesies. And we were all in our onesies.
Yes, it was Brody's birthday on Valentine's Day, so it means that life is more difficult for poor Brody in that, but I mean he's 4, so the idea of going out to a restaurant for him is obviously an appalling idea, so actually at the moment it really doesn't matter. But he's going to have probably a lifetime of not being able to go out to eat on his birthday. But he'll probably get lots of heart-shaped presents, won't he? Okay, so we just spread the...
He's got some massive presents in the utility room.
We just spread the chocolate icing over the top, and then it's up to you how you would like to decorate it. So, Tate, are we going to do lines like that? Or are we going to do the roundy thing?
We're going to get my dinosaur things and put them on top.
Well, we can put that on his actual cake, and then you could decorate this in any way you like. So you could put Smarties on the top, you could put sweets on the top.
Can I do decorating?
You could get flake and crumble it on top.
I know decorate it. I know.
Yeah, you knock yourself out. Our icing is a lot lighter than yours. Is that because we use hot chocolate? Yes, that will be why, because cocoa does make it quite dark. Baking along with my Valentine's Day baby Erin, who's 3 on Sunday. Oh, that's so nice. Another Valentine's baby. And Hannah Elizabeth, did it greatly upset you when you were, I think when you're a massively hormonal overdue lady who's due a baby, the idea of having a baby on Valentine's Day, for some reason for me, got me all upset. Which was quite ridiculous, wasn't it?
Why?
Because I felt sad that it meant that we'd never be able to go out for dinner ever again on Brody's birthday.
True, because everyone would
Because see when you're 10 days overdue a baby, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense in your brain. Someone's asking how long does the cake cool for? I would say let the cake cool for about at least 2 hours. So when you touch it, you want to feel no warmth at all, because you don't want your icing to start melting and dripping off the cake. If you are cutting your cake, that'll cool it down faster. So if you didn't want to cut it and open it up, that would cool it a bit faster. We are going to put chocolate orange giant buttons on top. Oh, that's an amazing idea. Really nice idea. Tanvi Mantri says, we are putting mini marshmallows and sprinkles on ours. Nice. Are you looking for something to decorate with? Yes. I don't think we've got anything very exciting in the cupboard today.
Wait, where did Daddy's sweets go?
Right, Auntie Jelly is saying, Nick, 2 icing questions. The icing has gone a bit crumbly and dry. Any way of saving it? So it's maybe gone crumbly and dry because it's the butter starts to set. So you could put it back in the microwave, heat it up, and then put your beaters back through. So that's a good point actually. If you have made the icing now and you go to use it later and it has gone quite hard, give it like 10 seconds, maybe 20 in the microwave, and then put your beaters back through it, and that'll soften it up again. And then again, just give it sort of 10 minutes to cool down a little bit.
Where did Daddy's sweets go?
Right, what's my other question? Jill said 2 icing questions. Other one was the icing was too runny. I can only guess that the icing was too runny. Maybe there's been a bit too much butter or milk in there. So what you could try is putting some more icing sugar in, and hopefully that would stiffen it up a bit. Right, Tate, can I do a pretty pattern on top of this?
Huh?
Can I do a pretty pattern?
Sure.
Sidey or roundy?
Randy.
Roundy. So I'm putting my spatula in the middle, pushing it out to one side, and then turning the cake while I do it. And it makes a kind of flower shape. There we go. So, not sure whether you'll see that or not. Our icing is not thick like yours. Leave it for a little while. So leave it to cool down for half an hour and then put your beaters in it and see if it's any better at that point. Hi from Maggie and Max in Glasgow. Hi from Kaylin and Leon in Bearstead. Thank you for having such a good time, and the cake's been amazing so far. Oh, that's amazing. Is it better to leave it in the tin to cool down or turn it out onto a rack? What are you eating now? I would say maybe give it half an hour or an hour in the tin, because you don't want to pop it out too soon and it will be quite soft. But let it cool down a bit in the tin, and let's take this away from you. And then give it the rest of the time on a rack, and that'll cool faster then. You stop it.
You're nothing on the table.
So somebody was asking about, so you store it in the fridge. Don't need to store it in the fridge because there's nothing in it that will go off at room temperature, so airtight container is fine. I was telling, one of my friends was asking me about how to store it if you didn't have a big box, and I was telling her that one trick we used to do at the cafe was once you cut into it, so if you put what's it called? cling film over the top of it, it would stick to the icing. So what we used to do sometimes, if we'd cut into it, so there's a space on your plate, if you get an upside down glass and put it there, and then do your cling film up and over, it sort of saves your cake from being smooshed by cling film.
That does sound clever.
Hi from Hannah and Renfrewshire. Hi from Shona and Chloe in Scotland.
What?
Any other questions? Ooh. Mine will have a big heart on it made from little red sprinkles. Lovely. Do we keep the icing in the fridge? No, the icing doesn't need to be kept in the fridge. Use the recipe from the website and the weights are all different. Might need to bin this one. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think they should be different. I'm pretty sure because I think I printed this off the website. So unless you're maybe looking at something else. Hi from Emily and Skilmilly. We look forward to Bake Along every Friday. Keeps my 2-year-old Anna out of mischief, or maybe more mischief. Yes, more mischief. It's like this one, and then gets all filled with sugar and chocolate. If you ice it today, would it be okay to serve tomorrow or Sunday? Yes, that would be fine. Thank you and enjoy Brody's birthday on Sunday. Oh, thank you. And Auntie Jill confirming the weights on the website are the same. You were maybe looking at brownies. The chocolate brownie was the first recipe on the website, so maybe that's what you were looking at. Could you make concrete, which is Rice Krispies and chocolate? Concrete, like to build a house made of chocolate and Krispies. You would quite like that. Can you say hello to Greenwood Academy pupils baking along today, please? They have been baking and cooking throughout lockdown. That's amazing. Hello, everybody from Greenwood Academy. Right, what are you up to now, Tate?
I'm looking for the sweet.
You're looking for the sweeties. Is that a fruitless mission if you found nothing?
Yeah.
Lockdown birthdays. Has anyone got any good suggestions? What can we do for lockdown birthday? We had a lockdown birthday last June, didn't we?
Oh yeah, yes.
But that was fun because it was sunny, so we were outside lots. So
No, it was raining in the morning. It was pretty rainy in the morning.
what are we going
We
to
had
do?
to pinata.
We did have a pinata. What are we going to do on Sunday?
We had to play the marshmallow game.
What are we going to do on Sunday? What are we going to do on Sunday for everybody's birthday? So far he's getting chocolate cake. And we might make scones, because I think I was saying last week that he loves scones. So we might
make a scone cake.
Okay, we discussed scone cake long enough last week. We're putting mini eggs in our cake. Well, that's a really nice idea. Anyone got any good lockdown birthday ideas? Chuck them over and because we need to think of some ideas, don't we? To make Brody's birthday.
How about we have
pinata? I think you'd probably just fancy dress lockdown family party. Oh, that's a nice idea. We could play. What's the fancy dress? There's some kind of fancy dress party game we used to play when we were wee. That's good. That's a good idea. We could do fancy dress.
What? Just.
Lots of people ask me what we're going to do next week. We are going to do by great demand. We're going to do Empire Biscuits next week.
Yay! A big yay in the background. Yay!
So Empire Biscuits will be next week.
Where are these sweeties?
10-pin bowling using milk bottles. Oh, nice. Oh, paint each other's faces. That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Afternoon tea. Lovely idea. Oh, that could incorporate our scones, couldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hi from Amy and Balloch. Hi from Katrina in Glasgow. Thanks. Got my husband and courgette cake from your bakery. Lionel courgette cake, and it was gorgeous. Could you do that one time? Oh yes, that's a good idea. Let's do that one time. Thank you from Emily. Can't wait to eat the cake later. Hi from Charlotte and Gillian. Love the fourth bagel. Could try a treasure hunt. That's a good idea. That would be a very nice idea. Tate would like that as well. Okay, so I will. I don't know why Tate's under the impression that I have a secret stash of sweets in the house. We have enough cakes and things in the house that we don't need sweeties in this house. Right, so what I'm going to do before we, actually I'm not going to, I was going to say before we finish I'll check my cake. I'm not going to because it's only half an hour, so I'm going to give it its next 5 minutes and we will say a goodbye. A scavenger hunt, that's a good idea. We had a movie night lockdown birthday party and made tickets with picnics. That's an amazing idea, we should do that, we should get popcorn.
Huh?
Someone saying they had a movie night for their lockdown birthday. And then someone else saying we're putting raspberries or chocolate cake. Ooh, that would be lovely. I love raspberries, chocolate as a combo.
So it really anything.
Someone saying next week can we make double chocolate cake? Oh my goodness. I think that might be too much chocolate. A really nice way actually to serve this cake, although this, again, this is probably a more grown up way. I love this cake with cream. It's really good. Home cinema afternoon with favourite movie, cartoons and popcorns. I think we might do that. That's a really good idea. Hello from Daisy in Glasgow. The cake smells delicious. Good. Thank you so much for the bake along. We loved it. He's doing something suspicious. He's gone quiet. Will they be as good as Delectables from Moira? Hi Moira. Moira was all three of us' first boss alongside Liz. We all worked in a place in Johnson called Delectables when we were younger. Gillian got the job first, then handed it to me, then handed it to Lindsay. And one of our jobs on a Saturday morning was helping Moira make up Empire biscuits. So I should be good at it, given that I've been doing it since I was 16.
Would raisins be nice?
Raisins on chocolate cake? I don't think that would be that nice. I tell you what, when we're actually when we're actually decorating Brody's, we will buy something fun to put on it. Okay, I promise.
Okay.
Hi to Amelia and Erskine. Thank you from Cara. If you have room, put your gazebo up inside with fairy lights for your home cinema. We could. What's happening? Raisin cake. That's a good idea because you've got a what's it called? Teepee. We could put the teepee there for our cinema, for our movie afternoon, and get all cushions and stuff.
There's kitchens inside it.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing idea.
1,
4th bake off and the cakes have been fab. Oh, good.
3.
I have loved doing this. The kitchen smells amazing. That's clear Rodby. Good.
Beep.
Decorate dinosaur cupcakes. You would like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But a very non-common dinosaur. Like maybe like not a stegosaurus, too common, not a T-Rex.
Far too common.
So true. Maybe a Dilophosaurus.
Right, now that we're going to start segueing off into dinosaurs, should we say bye? Thank you everyone for baking along with us. We'll see you next week for Empire biscuits. Everyone enjoy their chocolate cake. Right, you say bye?